Good everyone, my name is Graphics. Now we'll take another example on projectiles. Now the question goes like this. It says a ball is thrown from the top of a building 50 meter high and hits the ground 20 meter from the base of the building. What is the initial velocity of what? Of the ball. Now solution. Let's assume this is our horizontal ground, right? Now, and there's a building that is erected on the ground, and the height of the building is given to be what? 50 meter. Are we good? Then the ball is thrown from the top of the building with an initial velocity V0, which is what we are looking for. Now, so the distance of the building, the base of the building, to where the ball hits the ground is 20 meter. Now we should look for the velocity. Since the angle is not given, now we always assume that the angle is what? Alpha, which is 90. Angle alpha is equal to what? 90 degrees. Are we good? So let's start. The data given here is the height, which is also called the distance along the vertical axis, SAY, equals to what? 50 meter. And also the range, which is also called SAX, which is the what? The distance along the horizontal axis, which is the x-axis, and that gives me what? 20 meter. Now we're giving our alpha to be 90 degree. Is that taken? Now recall my SAX will be given as what? Initial velocity times time plus half AT squared, call it AX and VOX, because from the relationship that we remember that is saying S is equal to UT plus half AT squared, right? That is my equation 1. Also, my SAY is equal to what? V naught Y T plus 1 over 2 AY T squared. That is equation 2. Now you need to know that if the ball at this point, there's a force acting at this point here from the ball. Let's say the force is equal to what? Mass times what? Acceleration. If you resolve it, the force here will be mass times acceleration along x-axis, and the force here will be mass times acceleration along y-axis. Are we good? So at this point here, my AX will be equal to what? 0, because there is no force along, there's no acceleration along the horizontal axis. Any acceleration that is due to the acceleration due to gravity. Is that taken? But along horizontal, there is no acceleration, so it is 0. Then my AY will be given as what? G. Force of gravity is acting downward, so it's going to the direction of gravity, so it's positive. And that's given as what? 9.81 meter per second square. Are we good? And we have given our alpha to be 90 degree. Is that taken? So we say our alpha is equal to what? 90 degree. Now substituting in equation 1, we'll say that my SAS, which is the range, my SAX, which is also called the range, is equals to VOS. Now we should also know that my VOX here is equals to V0 sine alpha. I will together why? Because it is inclined to the horizontal vertical axis, and my velocity along y-axis will be given as what? V naught cos alpha. So VOS is velocity along x-axis, VOY is velocity along y-axis. So this will proceed. Now, which will give me VOXT plus 1 over 2AXT squared. So when we substitute our value now, my SAS will be what? 20, and my VOS will be given as what? V naught sine alpha, right? Plus my 1 over 2, the AX here is given to be what? 0, and we have T squared. So we have 20 equals to, everything here becomes 0, so we're having V naught sine what? 90 plus 0. So my 20 here will give me sine 90 is 1, so don't forget that there's a T here and there's a T here also. So do not remember, V naught 90 is 1, then we have T. So at the long run we'll now say my T, my 20 is equals to V naught times 1 is V naught times T. We have V naught T. That is my equation what? 3. Are we good? So if we proceed, also my SAY, which is something as saying the height, is equals to V naught is equals to V naught is equals to V naught YT plus half AYT square. So in this case here now, my SAY is 50, which is the height, equals to V naught, which is V naught Y is what? VO sine, VO cos alpha T plus 1 all over 2. AY is given as what? G. Then we have T squared. AY is the G that I told you about earlier. So we have T squared here. So from here, my 50 will give me my V naught cos alpha is 90. Then the T is given as T plus 1 over 2 GT squared. So 50 equals to my V naught cos 90 is given to be 0. We have my T plus 1 over 2 GT squared. Are we good? So everything here becomes 0. So we're left with 50 is equals to 0 plus 1 all over 2 GT squared. So now 50 will be equals to 1 all over 2 times 9.81 times T squared. Now if you do the needful, 2 times 50 will be what? We have, because multiply, we're having 50 times 2 equals to what? 9.81 T squared. So we left with 100 all over divided by 9.81. 9.81 is equals to what? T squared. Are we good? So from here, 100 divided by what? 9.81. So we're having 100 divided by 9.81, and that'll give me 10.194. We have 10.194 equals to what? T square, right? So the square root of 10.194 will be T when this 2 is coming to this side. So square root of answer, that'll give me 3.92. So my T here is equal to what? 3.192 seconds. Is that okay? Now we've gotten our t. So what you do here is this. If I move at this point, I'll say put t equals to 3.192 in equation 3. So my equation 3 is given as 20 equals to what? V naught t. So 20 will be equals to what? V by V naught times 3.192. So 20 all over 3.192 is equals to what? V